So the title of your presentation today being Know Your Worth. Can you give us some examples of people who have gone through TransTech who have learned their worth through that program?
Yes, yes. You know, it is the process of showing someone their worth is a very challenging process because you're bucking up against things that they've been told. And I actually had to integrate other trainings around cognitive distortions, around black and white thinking and things like that, because I had one person who has talked about this a little bit. They came from West Virginia and just had a lot of their family telling them, you're nothing, you're worth nothing, you're never going to be anything. And so and they also have other challenges, you know, physical challenges. And so when they came to me and was working with me, a lot of, as I'm trying to tell them, there was so much negative language, you know, surrounding themselves. And so we had to start with very small milestones that they could complete and not set them up for failure. So that they would feel these feelings right away. So we created sort of like, in the beginning, we created a beauty school sort of model where people were looking to get things done like a business card or a flyer or something like that, and knew that they were working with someone who was learning. So, you know, knew that it may take a little longer or may have to have a couple more rounds of revisions before they got to what they wanted to get to. But over the course of, I would say, a year, or 2 years actually, all of the people who were originally with us have interestingly moved on in different ways. One of our guys now has, he's not trans, but he has now finished graphic design school. He started it when he started TransTech with us, finished graphic design school, and now has a full-time job at a graphic design agency and comes back and volunteers for us. We have one person who, the person from West Virginia who was volunteering for us, going through a lot of challenges, and then because of them showing up and going through all those challenges, they are now our program coordinator. So they were hired on through that, but they went through a lot of challenges to show. And I think one of the biggest things that helped them was when they were put into a position of responsibility and sort of having to hold space for other people. So they were always, oh, this is so bad, and this is what have you. And then other people were coming in, and they were dealing with those things. And they knew that they couldn't commiserate with them in that. So that they had to shift and be able to be that person to hold that space for them. And them having some responsibility in that way, I think, also helped. So I think one of the biggest components of the mathematical equation of what we do is the accountability and responsibility to their community. I think having those things when people don't think they have nothing to offer, we're showing that your presence, just showing up, is something for someone. We've had a lot of success stories. We have one person who writes for Bevy, which is like a beverage art place, and so she started out just doing articles and writing. Now she freelances for them. She travels. She's run a bar. She's doing some great stuff.